Hello, sunshines. Has it been a while? I think so. Remember, I'm not good at this. I said I was going to do regular updates from the road, but fortunately, nothing happened. There was nothing. Everything went fine the whole trip, and no problems. So every one of my updates would have been like, "Oh, I woke up. I went to a theme park. I slept. Yeah, that's it. And I drove and I charged the car. That's it. Like day after day after day. I didn't really feel the need to explain every charging stop or every stretch of rural road in Iowa or Oklahoma. But yeah, it went fine. I really no problems at all. Even the one scary time I had driving in Iowa because I took a wrong turn. I burned 20 miles. I thought, oh my God, I wasn't gonna run out of juice. I arrived with less than I intended. That's the scariest thing that happened this whole trip. Yes, well, okay, I parked at Epic Universe because the charging is free. I'm gonna take the bus over to the other two parks for the afternoon. Then I was gonna go get some rides on Test Track and then go see Disney Starlight, but tonight is Mickey's Not So Scary, which means tragic. I have to stay one more day in Orlando. I know. Yeah. Thankful. All right, I have to figure out where the buses are to the parks. I actually don't. Wait a minute. Are there buses? I didn't even think I see over there. There's some buses over there. This is actually my third time here, but last time, well, you know what happened last time? They ran out of tickets. Well, they didn't run out of tickets. They sold out by the time I got here. That was my fault. Totally my fault. Yeah, I think I'm in the right place. Bus information. All right. So Universal Studios City Walk. Oh, no. Okay, 3. I'm not going to a hotel. So I'm going to stop 3. Oh, no. Stop 12. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to Studios, Islands, and City Walk, which is this way. Oh, all the way on the other side. Oh, why do you do that to us? Ruh-roh. For anyone who's interested, you can get free charging at the other parks, but only you have to valet, and I'm not sure if you have to have your own Tesla to CCS adapter, because they all they have is NACS now over there. Here at Epic, there's like 40 level 2 chargers. When I left, she was getting, which is 5 or 6 kilowatts, which is fine. If I get back here late, 8, 9, should be good to go for tomorrow and to get me started on the way back to the palace. I know, I've been gone 6 weeks, I think. Yeah, I think so. I think I've been gone 6 weeks. When did I leave? I left, July 17th or 19th was Carnival Liberty. And I left a week before that, and it is the 18th. Okay, so this will be 5 weeks. Yeah. Wow. So a month really on the road, plus the cruise, minus the cruise. All right, well, there's my bus. Made it with plenty of time to spare. All right, expert. Wow, perfect timing. We are out of here. Fun fact, I have never been to the Universal bus loop here at the main. Is this the main campus now? That's a good question. I did have a question. Until what time do the buses run back to Epic Universe? 2 hours after park close. Epic Universe closes at 10 tonight, which means midnight. I will not be here that late. I will be. These parks close a little bit early, maybe 8, maybe 9. Regardless, about 8 o'clock is when I would be heading back. All right, good to know. Otherwise, my free charging is going to turn into probably an expensive Uber ride. I know. Okay, well, here we are back at Universal. I'm here to see the destruction. It's been 2 days. The immediate destruction of Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit. Yeah, they got started apparently yesterday. Wow. Hey, they don't play. Unlike Disney, which would be like 5 years before they put up a work wall or something. Well, no. The work walls around rivers of America went up. Yeah, real quick. I guess it rained? Okay. I know I was just here not too long ago, but it feels like I haven't been here in forever. And okay, well, there's earth movers over there. Oh wow. Yes, they are not slow. They're not slowing down. Okay, they're not slowing down. So I think, you know what? I'm going to check the. All right, I'm going to look at the satellite because I think the track extended over here just to maybe where the Blue Man building ends. This was always like a little park. Can't really tell. I will keep walking around. But yeah, it looks like the track that is approaching. So there's that little helix right there. The track approaching the final brake run. I think it popped up a little bit. I don't remember. This was not my favorite by far. It was, I actually never got a great ride. I didn't even want to be here on Sunday for the last day. I would rather have just walked around Dollywood. but yeah. Okay, but yeah, they've gotten started already. There was a picture of cranes like chopping it away. But yeah. Oh wow. Huh. Yeah, all the brake runs are still there. That's what I was counting. And look, there's a crane. There's a crane. She's about to be summarily chopped up. Dang you, Universal. How dare you block my view with a pile of dirt. A dollar says they actually kind of planned it that way. Oh boy. And that fence is probably at least 7 feet high, probably 8. So there's no seeing over that. And there's no... Oh, well, I guess, I wonder if the outdoor stage, the outdoor dining in Hard Rock is open. Probably not, specifically for this reason. Huh. But yeah, they are not holding back. Look at all this. For nostalgia reasons, I would prefer Ghostbusters over Fast and the Furious, but we have to realize that Fast and Furious is, despite what it is, I think, Universal's most profitable or biggest, highest revenue franchise. It's not Harry Potter, but Warner owns Harry Potter. But yeah, for Universal, that is a big determining factor. And with the coaster opening up in Hollywood very soon, Hollywood Drift, that kind of makes sense that they would want a complement over here. Of course, you could also argue that having Fast and the Furious over there means they should do something else here. Everyone was talking about Ghostbusters because of the Ghostbusters facade, which makes eminent sense. And for me, the nostalgia factor definitely does play in. I've not seen all the Fast and Furious movies. I think I stopped at 3, maybe Tokyo Drift was the last one I saw. I don't know, it just makes more sense. I guess it does make more sense for it to be Fast and the Furious, but I want Ghostbusters. If they do the franchise right, apparently the last movie wasn't bad. I haven't seen it, but it was like respectable, unlike the movie with all the chicks. So, not a busy day at all. I kind of feel bad for that photographer right back there. There's nobody in line. I did not get my photo pass at Universal this year at all. So, I don't know why. I just never really got around to it. Let's head in and ride some rides. Maybe we'll get through the whole park, both parks. It's kind of gloomy today, and people were leaving Epic. I think they were worried. Or actually, no. There probably was a lightning delay. Yeah. Oh well. When I come to the park late like this, I usually have pretty good luck, even without my Express After 4. Speaking of which, I'm hoping they at least do Premiere in January at Epic Universe, even if it's Premiere After 4. That's fine. Maybe not Express. Okay, I could live with that, but come on, Universal, let us in. I've been Premiere for a long time, a very long time. Just reminding you, they're scanning tickets, not using the facial rec. The team member, she sounded like they've been doing this for a while. They're already getting ready for Halloween Horror Nights. I have been watching several of the body cam YouTube channels with people that are trying to scam their way into Universal. With borrowed tickets, stolen tickets, no tickets. These people, it's not, God, whatever. They know, believe me, they know. Probably will be able to get through everything. I have mentioned on X a few times that they're not going to do much to this park, I don't think. They're going to replace Rip Ride Rockit because they need a weenie for the park. And it was a big draw. No matter what you might have thought about it, it was a big draw. And the next one will be as impressive and, to be that draw. But I don't know. They're probably not going to do that much because here, this is this park, Halloween Horror Nights. In fact, it would not shock me one bit if, like, internally, like, this was the HHN park that also was Universal Studios during the day. Because HHN it makes money. It makes a lot of money. Probably makes most of the money. I wouldn't be shocked if it did. I think I said this in another video. This is probably the best double dip park ever. Yeah, so they're not gonna do anything. Shrek makes for an awkward approach, but E.T. At most a 10-minute wait for E.T. However, he didn't say my name again. I'm actually surprised they still do that, to be honest. E.T. could just say friends, something like that. It does, well, okay. It slows the line down, yes, but maybe that's part of the intent. I don't know. It's just a little like, I actually don't remember the last time he said my name, and it's not a difficult name to say. Anyway, let's go ride Roller Coaster again. Well, my second time on Roller Coaster. I think I only rode Woody Woodpecker's Nut House Coaster one time, or maybe twice. Fun fact: Express here at Roller Coaster is now facial rec. Okay, cool. Well, less than 20 minutes with my Express. All right, I'm gonna go back to the left, see if we can peek in on Rockit. Single rider is open for Curse of the Mummy. Standby is 25, but I have Express. Oh, you know what? I have Express. I pay for it. I'm gonna use it. Barely a station wait. For whatever reason, I always remember Mummy being way more intense than it is. I mean, it's likely a family coaster, but I don't know why. I always expect, you know what? I always expect a drop and a loop. Why do I? What am I thinking? Is that Hollywood? Oh, hold on. Is she gonna go? Is she gonna go? Is she gonna go? She's growling, and oh, come on! I don't want to wait. Perfect timing. Gringotts is super fun, but they really need to get rid of the 3D. The glasses, I don't know if they're just getting like loose and flimsy, but they like almost fell off a bunch of times, and it's kind of a hassle. Upgrade the screens to 25K or whatever they have over in Bourne, and you're good. It will not detract from the experience, believe me. But yeah, it is kind of a fun ride. Okay, I say that partly because after 6 weeks in mostly Six Flags and Cedar Fair parks and some independent operators. Yeah, what we have here in Florida, yeah, okay. Everything is better. It's going to be a do everything at Universal again day. All right, let's go ride Men in Black. Then, sure, let's ride Transformers. I'm not going to ride Simpsons or Kang and Kongs because I don't want to. And then we'll head over to Islands. Yeah, it's been a while. It has been a minute. Every indoor attraction has been cold today. No, we're not going to do Simpsons. But let's do Men in Black, the original Elsa's Ice Palace. It is always and well known to be freezing in here. And given the temperatures lately, they need it, definitely. All right, do we do a single rider or Express? I paid for it. I'm using Express. The last few times here in Men in Black, I haven't played. I just rode the cart and enjoyed the spinning. I don't know. Maybe we'll play today. Why not? After this, you know what? Yeah, let's take a ride on Transformers. Then let's walk over to Islands. Maybe we can get a better view of Rockit. Wow. It always amazed me that there's all this space. It's just all this empty space they're using for just the queue. That is, I love that. Down the stairs of doom. All right, I know. They're all stairs of doom, but at my age, I might fall and break a hip, right? No, I'm not gonna fall and break a hip. Okay, I rode Transformers. I got 82,000 on Men in Black. I don't know if that's good or not. I really don't. Anyway, after maxing out the shootout on ski slope. It's not ski. Okay, I'm not gonna say it. It's ski, run, shoot. I don't know. Doesn't matter. We're gonna walk over to Islands now through the little pedestrian corral where Rockit is being torn down. Then, well, yeah, we're gonna ride the Zeus and hopefully Velocicoaster, maybe even Hagrid's. Park is open until 9. I think I have 3 more hours. Doing well. During these times, I've had very good luck coming here because it's during the week and it's late. But I've been able to ride like every ride without really much effort. For those that do not follow this kind of stuff, Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit has been a headache for Universal since the beginning. It has been plagued with problems, and they've had to make a lot of adjustments to it, and she requires constant attention. Yeah, and the ride, honestly, I don't think it's that great. Some people love it, but I was like, ugh. Every time I ride, I'm like, why? Why do people like this? I don't know. Who knows? But hopefully the replacement will be better. At the rate Universal is going, you can pretty much guarantee that. But yeah, at Universal, they are not crying over it. They are happy. They are popping champagne, opening bottles, not boxes, bottles of wine. Yes, to finally get rid of this. Here we are walking the tunnel, and I'm just gonna point this out. It's right, wrong, indifferent, but they're not working right now. But Disney would not do this. They would try really hard to hide the equipment during guest hours, because when they were refurbishing the not the Rockit rods, I wish, but when they were the Astro Orbiter, it's Astro Orbiter, right? In Tomorrowland, when they were refurbing that, the work walls they just covered the folding crane that they were using, but it was packed away every day, fully, like, you could barely see it. You really have to know what to look for. I do. So, yeah, that was something to notice. The crane, the digger is right there. But yeah, I noticed that at Magic Kingdom they tried to hide the crane as best they could and did very well every day. So, yeah, okay, well, no, nothing to see here. There's literally nothing to see here. Because of this, speculation is the new attraction is going to come out over the water somewhat. I can't go too far because they have the boats, but yeah, they could, do something here, like that. That would be quite impressive. Very good for guest interaction. All right, last time I rode one of these, I went to visit Portofino, and I've never eaten at Toothsome. Of course we used Express. And, okay, these are all themed for their attraction. Yes, I only noticed it on like the third one. Very good, Universal. It's mostly working. All the ones that are using Face Rec have recognized me. Of course, they recognize me. Express on High in the Sky, Zeus Trolley Train Ride. Why is that so hard to say? And yeah, see, they're all themed to the attraction. This one's not up yet. I still have to scan, but good on you, Universal. That's awesome. It is a slow day. They're only running one side. Okay. Well, I guess next up is, all right, Hagrid's and the Velocicoaster and Flight of the Hippogriff and Forbidden Journey. Wow, 4. Well, that's a pretty stacked area over there. I knew that, but I just never really expressed it. Yeah, this has gone from a Rip Ride Rockit Requiem-ish, not really, to just a day in the park. All right, let's see if I can do Express on Hagrid's. Do they offer that yet? I don't actually know. Express on Hagrid's. Maybe I did this last time. I think I heard the team member say it's about 30 minutes. That's okay. Maybe I'll start a timer. Maybe I won't. Have plenty of time for Velco after this. And, well, I'll say Forbidden Journey. Yeah, this is turning into just to be a park day. Sightlines. You can't even see Rip Ride Rockit from here. I'm not even sure which direction it is. But I'm trying to count. I probably only rode Rockit 1, 2, 3. I mean, honestly, 5 times, if any. Because, like I said, every time I rode, it just wasn't great, and I never really wanted to ride it again. I kept hearing, like I said, how other people love it. I think, okay, I'll try again. But no, it's still not good. I was thinking on Big Bear, the trees are growing in on Big Bear slowly, and it reminded me that yes, the trees have to grow in here at Hagrid's, and they are. It's finally becoming an actual forest. I remember when these were just teeny little saplings, basically, when he opened, and they're finally becoming trees. These things grow pretty fast. They're Florida pines. They're everywhere. Yeah, actually, no, check it out. You can barely see Hagrid's hut over there and everything. And the little show building, that's almost completely hidden. All right, we'll pay attention on the ride. Oh, come on, duel. Oh, well. Should be more people's number one. It is a great ride. It really is. 45 minutes, total experience. I have time for Velco. Let's go. Technically, I have time for Forbidden Journey and Velco, but I still have to go back to Epic for the car. We're going to ride Velco, and then that's it. Oh, boy, because Monsters, Forbidden Journey, yikes. There's a flood of people heading this way. Did they just dump the queue for Velocicoaster? Oh, no. Oh, no, there she goes. Okay, we're good. Whee! Velocicoaster. Oh, my God. All right. It is 3 to 9, which means the park is pretty much closed. And, well, the line's still open. I don't feel like going again. That's fine. It means we're done. Well, goodbye, Hollywood Ride Rockit. I will not miss you. That's just the fact. I will not miss you. I never liked the ride. I really didn't. I am very much looking forward to the replacement. Right. Not as much, maybe. Well, you know what? I am looking forward to Radiator Springs, whatever they're calling it, at Magic Kingdom. Still, goodbye, Rivers of America. You will be missed. Rockit, no, bye. Adios. Okay, all right, well, that's it. Park is closed. So, off to the bus, back to Epic Universe to pick up Miss Liberty 2 and, yes, get cleaned up, sleep, and tomorrow, Epcot and, well, Epcot, you know what? No, I'm going to do Magic Kingdom. I'm going to watch Festival of Fantasy, because I haven't seen that in a long time. Then I'm going to go to Epcot, ride Test Track a few times, back to Magic Kingdom for Disney Starlight. Then we're going home. Yes, I know. Finally. But let me tell you, I absolutely have, so far, enjoyed every moment.